Good evening, I'm Perry Russum. Tonight we sit down with Bonnie Kong to discuss Class Council, what it is and how might it help you integrate class within itself. And later, SA President John Barnhart will respond to your questions and comments about the issues directly affecting SU students. Welcome to SA Today on the Orange Television Network. Thanks for joining us. We'll get to all of that, but first we begin tonight with SA President John Barnhart, who has the latest news from around the Hill. John, what's the latest?
Thanks, Perry. Great to be back. Hope everybody had an excellent weekend, and according to Citrus TV, we got better weather on the way, so hang tight, Syracuse. Anyway, had a great weekend with the Board of Trustees and got a chance to watch the football game. Coming up a little bit short, but we know we'll get them next week. Let's talk about something really big that's coming to campus, though. We've got a program called Rideshark that we'd like to bring to Syracuse University. Our students over at ESF are already using the program, so we really think we can get on board. Rideshark is a unique ride-sharing program that allows students, administrators, and faculty to carpool to different destinations. So whether it's trying to get to class from Westcott Street or maybe going to New York City for the weekend, we can help you find a ride, or if you have a car, we can help you find passengers to get you where you want to go. The best part about Rideshark is it's completely free, so any student with or anybody with an SYR account login can get access to Rideshark ride-sharing program. This is a great thing. We're just looking to fund it, and then we'll have it ready to go for you guys. If not by the end of the semester, definitely by spring break. So get excited about that. As I said earlier, had a great chance to spend some time with the Board of Trustees this weekend, and we got to see the dedication of the new College of Law building. This is a really exciting gift from generous alumni dedicated to the history of law students, an entire family that's been at the law school for quite some time. As well as we also dedicated the quad to former Chancellor and President of the University, Kenneth Shaw. So the quad is now affectionately referred to as the Buzz, the nickname for the 10th Chancellor and President, Chancellor Shaw. Had a great time there, had a chance to say some nice words and meet the actual Chancellor Shaw, which was a great time. And of course, Bonnie's also going to come talk to you guys about Class Council. I don't want to brag too much, but back in my day, I actually formed the original Class Council of 2011 and formed the Class Alliance body that governed these organizations. So Bonnie will tell you guys what's actually happening, what the most updated stuff is. That's all for me. Back to you, Perry.
And John will be right back to respond to your questions and comments. But first, we'll sit down with Bonnie Kong to discuss Class Council and how it might help integrate your class by promoting class bonding through various types of events. All that and more when we come back. SA Today returns in just 90 seconds. Stick with us.
I'm a lion!
Yes, you are. Come here. Let's see how this looks.
Hey, how's my little horse?
She's a lion.
Yes, she is.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. When you adopt a child from foster care, just being there makes all the difference.
G morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me back. Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts? Is practice over yet? Where are you at? Are you with your friends? That's L-A-A-A-M-M-E-E-E. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o. I love you. JK, I hate you. JK. Are you ignoring me? We're in a huge fight right now. Is this something I did? I can see your lights on. I'm coming over. This isn't a dream about. Me? I'm lonely. Holla back. Holla back. Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Welcome back. Class Council is the integration of each class within itself that promotes bonding through events. With the class of 2014 being the newest on campus, SA is holding elections for their class council representatives. I'm joined now by Bonnie Kong. Bonnie, first off, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Perry.
And first question, what exactly does Class Council do?
So Class Council is representation by your class. So we really just try to put on events that really bring the class together to promote class unity. Whether it's at like community service events such as gift wrapping and Carousel Center, or even a senior class giving campaign, which really like how you put money in to like give to senior gift.
And what kind of students are looking for these positions?
Any students, just like students that are willing to get involved, students that want to just bring the class together. So we're really open to like what types of students come in. It's a little like structured and how you get an essay because basically you can just come in and join.
And do they need any experience with holding a position of any sort?
No, not at all. Well, a lot of people do come with like leadership experience from high school, but we're really open to like all types of people.
And how will the students be able to apply for this position?
There's really no application, just show up to a meeting. I know the freshman class, their meetings are usually held Thursdays at 6:30, usually in a room in Shine on the second floor. Just show up, and once you show up, you're a part of it.
And now John mentioned earlier that he was the originator 2 years ago for Class Council, but there's been some talk of Class Council moving away from SA. Could you speak a little bit on that for us?
Sure. 2 years ago when I was a freshman, John Barnhart actually founded the Class Alliance, which is the governing body that governs all Class Council. Basically, John put in a constitution to have like class representation on the Student Association Assembly. So there'd be 2 persons for each class on assembly. However, that didn't work out too well. It got really complicated in terms of elections and stuff. So we're just like really writing away this election. So you're not just voting for president, comptroller, or assembly reps for this MySlice election. Basically, you're also voting on a referendum that writes away Class Alliance.
Okay, thanks so much, Bonnie. Coming up, John Barnhart will rejoin us to answer your questions. We'll be right back here at SA Today on the Orange Television Network.
AIDS has killed nearly 6 million children worldwide. That's more than every child in every preschool, grade school, and high school in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Washington, Atlanta, and Miami combined. The time to do something is now. The place is apathyisLethal.org.
What is that thing?
Looks like somebody's double chin. Must have lost it snacking on fruits and vegetables.
Somebody's gonna trip on that.
We're joined once again by John Barnhart to respond to your comments. We caught up with students around campus to hear what they have to say about the new Rideshark. So John, the first comment comes from a freshman who has concerns about the excuse me, that was the second question. I got mixed up here real quick, 1 second. The first question comes from a student who actually likes the idea of Rideshark, and let's hear his comment on that.
In about a week for Thanksgiving, I'm going to Connecticut. I've never experienced, but that's a great idea.
So, John, I guess the question for this would be, how will students be able to sign up for this new proposed Rideshark?
That's the beauty of Rideshark. It's actually very simple. You go to rideshark.com. They've got a campus section set aside on their website. And if you've got an SYR email account, you just log right in the same way you log into MySlice or you log into Blackboard. So anybody with an SYR account can use it.
Now, you said this was a whole proposed idea by ESF. What kind of responses have you heard from the ESF side of it?
ESF students seem to love the proposal this far. Obviously, it goes along well with the university's mission of sustainability, but it also is easier since a lot of ESF students live locally. So they're able to use this Rideshark to get rides, not only from their, from other members of the ESF community, but also from professors, possibly from SU students as well. So they really like it, and they're going to help us fund it a little bit too, which is really nice of them.
So how long have they been using, how long has ESF been using the Rideshark?
As far as I know, they just really picked it up. They might not even have it perfectly implemented yet, but again, the idea is spreading like wildfire over there. They're so on board with it, and it's good to see this kind of cross-college collaboration. It's something we try to do in SA. Obviously, we have our own ESF representatives, and so it's really cool to see these ideas coming together.
Okay, let's get to the second comment. Okay, so the next comment comes from a freshman who has concerns about the safety of Rideshark. Let's take a listen to that.
I wouldn't have any concerns driving home with anyone here. As long as I knew the driver was safe and that reliable, then I wouldn't have any problem.
So John, I guess a good question for Mina's concerns is how is Rideshark going to be able to ensure that the driver's safety when they're signing up for this?
Well, like I said, you don't need to worry about people on the outside getting into Rideshark because you need that SYR login. But from what I've seen in Rideshark, it's actually kind of like a ratemyprofessor.com, if you will. After you have the ride, after you get a ride with somebody or you give a ride to somebody, you can kind of evaluate them, and that evaluation sticks with their profile online. So, if we don't have a good experience when we're driving and somebody goes back to my profile and says, oh, well, John drives too quickly, got 2 speeding tickets just on the way to Boston, you're probably not going to get another ride with me. So it has that sort of check there. You can also see if this person prefers passengers that are smoking or non-smoking and these different kinds of things. So you always got that evaluation option to make sure you're getting the safest ride to where you need to go.
Now when they fill out this form, when they sign up for Rideshark, will they be able to kind of say if they have an SUV, Volvo, some of a smaller car or larger car?
To the best of my knowledge, it's almost like a Facebook profile in a way. You should be able to detail what kind of car you have, how much you're looking for gas, how often you travel to certain locations, where your hometown is. That way you can really, like I said, and the program matches you up by yourself, so you don't have to actively seek out other people. If you put in a certain town, let's say Cambridge, Massachusetts, and somebody else has already put that in as somewhere they're going this weekend, it'll automatically match you guys up so you guys can get in touch and figure out if you're going to the same place.
So when can students expect to see Rideshark into Syracuse?
Like I said, we're 100% ready as far as the programming of it goes. We're just waiting for the funding. So if not by the end of the semester here, definitely ready for spring break. So any student looking to go on that fun spring break trip down to Florida can hopefully give me a ride.
So will this be an attachment on MySlice, kind of let the students know, or how are you going to let the students know about the new Rideshark?
That's a great point. We're going to hope to promote it as much as we can, not only through our own mediums, hopefully here on SA Today a little bit more. We're going to see if we can get something up on MySlice though, and as well as on the SYR website, so students really know that this option is available. And we're also going to use the ride board that we have in Shine right now to kind of promote the idea a little bit more. It's kind of a 2.0 to our Share the Fair ride board, if you will.
Now looking to the future in any aspect, will Syracuse be able to rent cars to students to kind of promote more Rideshark events?
Actually, you can use Zipcar with Ridecar as well, so that with Rideshark as well, so that actually works really well. We'll make sure that the Zipcars are available on the Rideshark option so students know if they can't find a ride, they can rent the Zipcar, also provided by your student association.
Thanks, John. And thank you again for joining us tonight. Remember, if you want to get involved with SA, you can attend their meetings every Monday at 7:30 p.m. in the Maxwell Auditorium. Be sure to join us right here after your live news for a brand new SA Today. For John Barnhart and the entire SA Cabinet, I'm Perry Russum. Have a great evening.